watch this video and then we'll talk. This might be a hard one to watch, but it is very important.
Right now. And we're just taking care of the rabble rousers. And eventually what's going to happen is everything's going to settle down and we'll get back to hearing the legislators. Because really, you didn't come here to listen to me. I just happen to have a nice loud voice and a big microphone. And I can talk over all of you. And I can just talk for on and on and on. And look at this. This little girl is afraid to leave. She spoke up. And now she doesn't want to suffer the consequences. Isn't that the problem that we're struggling with so many of the kids today? Is they want to behave poorly and then not struggle with the consequences. That is shameful. I think what we've got right now is a situation where these folks are trying to filibuster and shut this whole program down. Unfortunately, they're being successful. To all of you who came here to hear the legislators, I applaud you for sitting there and quietly listening. I promise we will get back to you. In the meantime, we've just got to be a little aggressive with some of these folks here. Here. No, I shouldn't be removed. I should be allowed to cry and yell and scream. I should be able to allow to interrupt.
Excuse me, Sheriff Norris. This gentleman is assaulting me. This man is assaulting me.
Let's go.
This man is assaulting me. Is this your deputy? Is this your deputy? No, don't fucking touch us. Is he a deputy? These are deputies. Who the fuck are these men?
How about that?
Hey.
It's too bad that we have some 150-year-old Social Security recipients. We know the government has been mismanaging money.
Yeah, that's what they say to rape victims. You fucking piece of shit. You refuse to identify yourself. Who are you?
To come here today. I applaud them for doing so. Thank you for coming. But the problem is this. They didn't come here to listen. They came here to interrupt.
This is a clip from a town hall that just happened in Idaho. Idaho, which is one of the states with one of the strictest abortion laws in the United States. Idaho bans abortion except in cases of rape, incest, or medical emergency. The state also allows family members of the fetus to sue abortion providers. Even in the description here, they are describing the fetus as a person. And if I'm correct, I think that their abortion ban starts at 6 weeks. That's just a lightly late period. Before we dive into any of that, hi. For those of you who are new here, my name is Shayna. I'm a journalist. I talk a lot about decentering men and child-free living. If any of that sounds like a vibe, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel. But also there are much more pertinent, child-free living and decentering men are always going to be very important, but with the rise of smashmism in the schmooshmited schmates, there's a lot of things that I feel like we need to be discussing. So definitely hop over to my Patreon where we're able to have some unfiltered conversations about what else is going on immediately. Oh, and I also have a masterclass that just went live today. So if you are interested in becoming a freelance writer, then I will include the link above and below to my master course. And for the next 2 weeks, there's going to be, I'm doing an early bird discount. So information for all of that will be below. But let's dive into this. This article is by AP Associated Press. The link for this will also be below. And the title reads, Idaho Town Hall Meeting Turns Chaotic After Woman is Forcibly Removed for Heckling Speakers. We will dive into not the rest, but like certain segments of this article very quickly. But as a journalist, the way that things are worded is intentional. It is meant to invoke a certain sentiment and to convey a message. So let's just look at this title real quick. Forcibly removed for heckling speakers. Heckling has the connotation of just being a bother, just being a nuisance for the sake of being a nuisance. But that's not what she was doing. That's not what she or other people were doing in that audience. But that's what these kinds of articles want to convey. But let's dive into what she and others were actually doing. You scroll down a little bit and you find this section. Women are dying, one person in the audience shouted. And doctors are leaving our state, another yelled. A moderator tried to quiet the crowd, scolding people for popping off with stupid remarks. Facts of what is happening in their state. That's when Borrenpohl, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Forgive me if I'm not, but that is the person that was taken out of there. A Democratic legislative candidate who has run unsuccessfully in the deeply Republican region began to shout as well. Is this a town hall or a lecture? She asked. Others in the audience echoing that question because other people were like, what is going on? It's a town hall. There's supposed to be a responsiveness. There's supposed to be a communication that's happening. But clearly, this is not a communication. This is not a back and forth. This is the people on stage were the ones talking. And y'all just have to sit there, shut up, and listen, or else there's going to be a problem. By that point, Borrenpohl had been warned at least 3 times to stop interrupting the speakers, said Reagan. I don't care who Reagan is, but we're moving forward. Within this video, a couple of things happened that I don't think were, in my opinion, as accurately described in the article as what we all witnessed. If anybody was actually heckling, it was the man on stage, mocking this woman, calling her a little girl, saying, oh, well, you should just... He was heckling the fact that she was actually getting assaulted in front of a crowd full of people. I also want to point out an obvious thing that also might not be so obvious. Notice how nobody helped her. Notice how nobody helped her. And then also notice how one of the guys that was coming up, once again, none of them disclosed who they were, what they were doing, just helpful citizens maintaining the peace, shows up with zip ties. And she is just there confused, alone, scared, and being dragged out for asking a valid question about the state of her immediate society. We should all be very concerned as this becomes a new norm. There are more laws that are on the table. I'd say like literally they're on the table, but I'm talking about all of these things. I can't really say them on here or else this video, there's going to be a little flag room. But I talk about a lot of these things more on the Patreon. But there's reason to be concerned. There's reason for this to not be seen. We shouldn't be seeing this as a one-time thing. This is a giant red flag. Arguably, we are all currently sewn into that giant red flag. There's more about this that I want to say, but I am going to have to say it over on Patreon. So if you want to continue this conversation, please join me over there. Please stay safe out there.